because you end up in a better place anyway. You end up in a far better place here. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now, I've been saying in my recent videos that I'd wanted to look at Mars ingress Capricorn as Mars enters the sign of Capricorn, which is now like a week and a bit ago. Mercury retrograde happened to me. I've had some technical issues and some other commitments as well. So I'm now doing Mars Transit Capricorn readings, and that's what today's reading is going to be. It's a bulk introduction as usual. There'll be a timestamp down below for you to fast forward to the actual reading. Again, I would advise watch your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and if you know where your Mars is, watch your Mars sign as well. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mars is empowered in Capricorn. Saturn is at home there, but Mars is made incredibly welcome and worshipped. That Martian energy will help us push forward in a great way. So what I'm planning on doing is an oracle card spread. I would normally say the reading is for you or it isn't, but it's an oracle card spread. Take what is useful for you, consider the rest. But that's what I'd say about the whole reading. Even if it is for you or if it isn't, consider it all, take what is useful and consider the rest. And if you normally in my tarot readings, I'd say it comes as a job lot, and that's why I want you to consider it, because it may well be that if there's a bit of it that's not for you, it's all not for you. Shouldn't apply today, however. Oracle cards with tarot guidance. You can ask a question with this one. So pause the video if you have to. Think about all the questions that are around you. Choose one of them, especially anything related to something that you are wanting to push forward in your life. Or something about changing the structure of your life, and we'll see what the oracle cards say. All the other details are in the description down below, plus a link to getting a free birth chart. Plus, while you're down there, press the subscribe button. Right, let me bring up the cards. Right, Leo, there's not been a more appropriate reading to point out what I often say for tarot readings. Remember that roles can be reversed. I could be talking about you. I could be talking about someone around you. To be polite, I'm going to talk about somebody around you. And this may well be correct. There's something that you are not seeing. The Two of Swords is the energy of the reading, the starting energy of the reading of the whole spread. And as you know, it can indicate balance. Here it indicates taking action of something that you've been ignoring to move on. With this one, I get with the window at the back of it. But we have numerous worrying cards, basically. The Three of Keys indicates conflict around you. And this is clarifying Manakel from the Oracle of Heaven and Hell with knowledge of good and evil. There is a row going on around you. There is a row, an argument that you may well be involved with, because this is what this Two of Roses winged messengers is bringing in for you. News of a conflict that Spirit says you have to see it through. That's why there's the dove. It's just going, keep going. You can do this. As long as you know that you're on the right side and you know what it is that you are required to give up and sacrifice and walk away from here. With the Five of Cups, I will move forward when the time is right. When you move forward, when you get out of this situation, when this conflict that you need to see through to its end, but when it is finished, you get healing. You get Six of Cups. You get a love partnership. So it might be a love reading here. So this could be getting out of an abusive relationship. This is definitely getting out of some form of abusive situation, even if you are not the person receiving the abuse. You are wearing a mask. That's how I'm feeling. at the minute. There's behind a mask. I mean, everybody here seems to be wearing masks, to be quite honest. But I think you are, but I feel good about the mask. I think it's good that you've kept certain things quiet, certain things personal, certain things inside yourself. But there is a kindred partnership if you only call it in, because what I get from this Two of Roses, as well as what the book says, is Spirit's there to help you. Spirit is assisting you, as we see with this Adsum card. You are coming to a conclusion of a situation, and Spirit is always there for you. You may feel like you've lost sight of the end goal, but transformation is coming for you, and that transformation precedes a good love partnership, a kindred partnership. The transformation that you go through may transform if you have a partner. It might not be anything to do with a love relationship or a partner, but there is a transformation that you are going through that enables you to take that mask off and reveal more of yourself. But there is somebody around you, and I'm hoping this is not you, even though Leos are known for being a tad big-headed at times. But there is somebody around you who's quite selfish, they make their plans for what they want. End of story. Make their plans for what they want. They don't care what anybody else wants. They're making their plans, and that's it. End of story. And you may not have seen this until now with this Two of Swords, but as you see it, you go, right, I have got to take action. Call in for help. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't need to do it alone. Now, this can be practically, as in, get your friends involved or bend somebody's ear, just to reflect with them and chat with them to sort out how you're feeling. But I think having allies with this conflict coming up, which is also clarified by the Knight of Swords, so when the conflict happens, it will be quite fast, it will be inspired, and it will be quite cutting. But by getting other people involved, whether as a sounding board or whether actively involved in the situation, you are building allies, you are building what you need to win this particular conflict, where you will receive the gifts that you need and the ability to give the gifts that you need. But there is a danger in that as well. Like I say, you need strategy, but don't become too goal orientated, because the King of Keys is great for getting jobs done, not so much of a people person. Okay, but this is clarifying love partnership. So maybe keep your eye on the prize, absolutely. But not all of it. A little bit more love, a little bit less goal. The goal ain't going to disappear. There is no difference between giving, and I mean this as in, there's no difference between giving the goal 100% or giving the goal 85% and keeping that last little bit for the love partnership, for the friends that are around you, so that you are not turning into the person who's causing the trouble. You are not turning into the person in the mirror who is being so very, very self-obsessed. But there is an opportunity for a great deal of change here, and you can move forward when the time is right to a far more pleasing situation. It offers transformation. And one would hope, with this kindred partnership and love partnership, one would hope that there offers transformation for more than just you. But that transformation is inspired by Spirit. But so I don't think you need to start this conflict. I don't think you need to start the confrontation. That's going to happen on its own. But when it does, make sure you have allies. Make sure you have the people with you who you know are on your side, have the knowledge of good and evil. Avoid physical and moral imperfections in actions. Be prepared for what you need to release. The challenge will be releasing things, certain things, but you can do it because you end up in a better place anyway. You end up in a far better place here. So this Six of Pentacles is both you and somebody else. Under the King of Keys, it's somebody assisting you in reaching your goal. And when you reach your goal, you are able to help people and assist people. But there's definitely this love vibe coming here. So even if this is a work-oriented situation, which it could be, there is still that wonderful sense of deep friendship, deep love between you and one other person. Or possibly more than one. It's soul family, not soul friend. You know, we're not talking soul mate, we're talking soul family. You know, there's tends to be more than just the two of you in a soul family. Right, so I also pulled a verse from the Tao Te Ching. And I never look at these before doing the reading, but every time I've done these have been appropriate. Verse number 44, so master number and all of that, you know, angel number 44, look it up, because I don't know what it means. To know when to stop. Fame or yourself, which is dearer? Yourself or your possessions, which is more precious? To have or to lose, which is more detrimental? That is why the most beloved will cost a great deal. The more one stores, the more one will lose. He who is content will not meet disgrace. He who knows when to stop will not face danger. Only then is there longevity. So like I said, you don't need to bring this to a stop yourself. The conflict is going to rise up. But when it does, be prepared to give things up, because it gets you into a better place. And if that verse, go back and have another listen to it again. If that verse doesn't typify exactly what I was saying, then I give up. Okay, so on that note, Leo, I mean, with the level of this reading, I am hoping beyond hope that it doesn't mean anything to you. But if it does, comment down below. I would like to hear from you. Good luck with what you're facing. And this too shall pass. This is a brief thing. The Mars transit of Capricorn finishes at the end of March. So, you know, then we get Mars in Aquarius, and I've got no idea what that will bring us. But I might do a reading for them as well. I will be doing another Martian reading, which is last Sunday, the 23rd. Mars passed over or conjuncted the eclipse point from the Christmas eclipse. So I'm going to do another little reading just to examine the energies that will bring in or has brought in, because I imagine this conflict will come up in there as well. Because when that hits, it will be fast. It may not be fast hitting because it activates the eclipse point and then the effect will arrive when it arrives. But when it arrives, then the effects will be fast. And we've got that going on here with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, both very, very fast cards. So I would imagine it will show up there being this conflict for you. So your next lunar reading is your full moon reading. Then your monthlies will be out before then. So click the notification bell if you want to see when they come out and get told in your email or on your phone or what have you. There's a link in the description for the Facebook group as well. Have a look on there. I don't just post these readings, I post the astrology stuff that I watch as well. All right, cheers.